Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. Oh, right. I would say I'm testing something new out, but not really. It's mostly OBS shit. I'm, using my GPU for both local recording and stream. I've tried it with a few tests and it seems to be fine, but I guess we'll see. Either way, I'm hoping to also finish this today, but I've been saying that for like the past 2 days. This last case is ridiculous in length. Regardless, let's do this. So we're outside Grand Tower in the temporary film lot, although I don't know where anybody else is. Like, the only people there is Penny, Nicole, Lotta, and Will Powers. Nobody else is there. Would you please give it a rest already? Oh, I think like asking a bunch of questions. The heck? I'm telling y'all, it's best for all y'all's sake to come clean. The staff has their lips sealed, short as the reports continue their tenacious negotiations. Oh man, we're getting a play-by-play. If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I must ask you to vacate the premises. Put a sock in it, copper. Y'all couldn't even stop Mozilla's invasion. Not only did they secretly raise a giant monster, but now the staff is trying to cover it up. Like I said, we haven't been raising any monsters here at the film lot. But you said you done saw Gordy yourself? Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping it at the film lot. Mind if we butt in? Hey! Oh man, we got a crew! Holy shit. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. And John. Oh, you'll come here to search for the monster too? We're searching for a criminal, not a monster. Langzy says, the darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. Ooh. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters. Agent Lang, this is a problem. I can't let outsiders enter the crime scene. These are all key figures in the case. I'd like them to be here when the investigation resumes. Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you intend to start? We'll start by reviewing the case. Today the body of President Huang was found here at the film lot. The President's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown. It seems he snuck out from under the eyes of his bodyguard and ventured outside. And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was when he met with you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower. Uh-oh. Why is John sweating? So, why did you meet with the President? That, I cannot say. You can't tell us even under suspicion of murder. Can't say? Why not? Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll only be more suspicious. Huh. She must have a reason to climb up. I think you're somehow involved in the President's assassination. Yeah, I think that's a crock of shit. She wouldn't kill anybody. The President's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of 1 whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for. Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now. That evening on that blank day, or the evening on that blank day in question is what's important. What happened here last night? So, why don't you tell us, John Marsh? Me? Why is he sweating so much? We know you were here last night. What? John was here? Between that little missy's testimony and the footprints we found, we can easily prove it. John, you were rehearsing here last night, right? You were spying on me? I'm sorry. I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know? Mind your own business. Ooh! Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, it's gonna change completely, isn't he? John Marsh, that young lady was worried about you. You will not speak to her like that. Sorry. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Is it just me, or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different? She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law. Are you listening to me? And earlier as well. Oh my. You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion. Can we get on with the investigation already? Ah, pardon me. For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that. This must be her motherly side. Agent Lang, so she has 3 sides. Her motherly side, her judge side, and then the other side that I can't think of a name for. Agent Lang, do you suspect John? All I want is the truth. Why was the president killed? And I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out. It seems the president was like family to him. John, would it be alright if we ask you a few questions? Sure, it's fine. I've got nothing to hide anyway. I'd hope not, you're a goddamn kid. John's rehearsal. I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They're reshooting the scene today, so... well, I decided to rehearse a little on my own. That's all. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Okay. You were rehearsing alone that late at night? John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel. You called him? About what time was that? I believe it was around 11 PM. I require him to call me every night. That's our rule whenever he stays away from home. The truth is, I was at the film lot during that time. Oh god. So you lied to me? Yeah, I'm sorry. Miss Courtney sure is angry. I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid it from his mom. I'm sure she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out alone so late at night? And in reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident. But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right? I wonder why that's, in red text. Is that really the truth? I mean, if you just look at the tape, you can tell there's something out of the ordinary. There's a bloody footprint. Right, so I wasn't feeling too great. John, you said you didn't feel well. Could you tell me more concretely what was wrong? I've never heard of that word before. That doesn't matter, I just wasn't feeling well, alright? You weren't feeling well. Maybe you drank too much milk? What? How'd you... no, I mean, that's not it. Oh, God. So, he didn't feel well because of his stomach. When I was young, I was told that chewing milk makes it easier on your stomach, you know? This conversation is over. Anyways, I made a few bloopers. Right, they're reshooting the scene today, so... So, they plan to reshoot the scene today, and you were practicing for that last night. Ba-dum-bum. My mistakes cause a lot of trouble for the people around here. I'm a pro, so practicing that much more is natural. He certainly does have an admirable sense of responsibility. John is incredibly dedicated to his craft. He didn't even make any major mistakes in those bloopers. But he said if it would make the movie just a tiny bit better... Shut up. You don't need to go around blabbering about stupid stuff like that. I'm sorry. If only he was a little more cooperative, I'd have no complaints. Anyway, that's what happened. Right, decided to rehearse a little on my own. That's all. About your testimony just now. John Marsh, don't I always tell you? If you're going to practice by yourself, you have to let me know beforehand. I know. My time to speak was completely stolen away from me. I shall ask you once more. John, about your testimony just now. But you know, John, I think that's really great. Again? I bet putting in an honest effort like that will make someone even more talented. You'll go from a little thief to a middle thief, and then someday you'll become a great thief. I'll be doing my best, so you do your best too, okay, John? Why should I not being a thief? Now then, if I may. John, I don't know why it was if we laugh. Do you often rehearse in that way? At last, at long last, I finally got to ask my question. He didn't even answer. What the fuck? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Right, where's his test tip? There it is. There we go. There is something out of the ordinary. Yeah, the massive footprint. Objection! There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here. Ah, could that be... That's right. It's the video you recorded of your performance. God, who would be recording a video? I don't even know what the year is. I'm pretty sure it's like... Isn't it 2019 in Trials and Tribulations? So let's say like 2020... 2020, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's 2019 in Trials and Tribulations. So yeah, if it is 2020, they're still recording the videos. Their tech is way behind. What? You're telling me you have video from last night? Exactly. And in this video, there is clearly something that is out of the ordinary. This is a monster's footprint. Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace on a film set? John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason. Really? Hey, Pup, this is no joking matter. You had a reason to hide it, right? John Marsh, answer him clearly. But Mom... Well? I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing. I don't know why they're so shocked. In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice. Yeah, got a problem with that? You're saying that's why you hid the evidence? John! Oh gee. Quit nagging me. You've already busted me. What more do you want? Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and headed home. How come you're so calm after finding those footprints? It's a monster, you know? A real live monster. I thought it was just a part of the set. Besides, there's lots of other weird stuff around here too. He's suspicious, Chief. This kid's really suspicious. Yeah, right. The smell of a scoop stinks to high heaven. Shut up. We're done talking. Fucking God, we're all over the place. We're not done here yet. What now? The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual thing that happened last night. Besides the monster's footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night? The head fell off the table. Oop. Take that! A monster's head fell from the roof of that building. Surely you must have known about that. I don't know anything about it. Is that true? I told you, I just practiced a bit and then I went back. I don't know anything about Mozilla's head falling or anything like that. Or do you have evidence that to show that I know something? I can't read. Sheesh. There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible that it fell after John had already gone back. If there's no evidence, then like I said, we're done talking. It seems that John doesn't really want to talk about last night. Could he be hiding something, after all? Wait up. Agent Lang? It's as I thought. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. This video backs up my logic. Huh? Is there something in the video that's related to the case? Yeah. Take a good hard look at the monster costume in the top left. Oh. Actually, I can see it better on OBS. It's open? I guess? I can't quite tell. It's either zipped open, or it's been cut open. The Mozilla costume? Try comparing it with the one over there right now. Oh, is it zipped up? It looks like it's just hanging there limply though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly. Okay. Yeah, it's zipped. Zipper on its back. What? This discrepancy is... Yeah, the difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper is clearly open. That's right. Someone was inside. What? Mr. Powers, Is the costume zipper usually? It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use. Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember? My logic from before, that they hid the body inside the costume. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume or behind all this equipment? Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume? Yeah, that's right. Just Courtney. 2 nights ago, you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. You then hid the body inside the monster costume. I did no such thing. Ay ay ay. Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it. Objection! That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked at the time. Judge Courtney could not have entered this place. Oh my god, he's got a rebuttal for everything, doesn't he? Sheesh. And what if there was an accomplice? What? I'll tell you my reasoning, so listen up. Oh, he's gonna say that John helped. Really? The mother and son theory. Are you shitting me? When the president was pushed off the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. If John was an accomplice, the problem with the locks would be resolved. The 2 of them then hid the president's body. Inside that monster costume over there. What? You think this crime had such an elaborate plan? What would they gain from killing him? Like, what would be their motive? To take the life of a nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think? John would never take part in such a crime. You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight. I don't think those 2 had sufficient motive for something like this, though. Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping the details secret. Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret? My apologies. I just cannot, no matter what. However, when the time I can talk about it comes, I will surely let you know. So, if you could please... Believe you? Is that what you wanted to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup. If you've got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out. I didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying. Both mother and son won't talk. You still gonna defend him like this? It's true. Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery. However, we still don't know whether or not that ties in with a motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. The motive for murder can wait. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these 2 are the only ones who could have done it. Agent Lang? Don't tell me you're saying John was an accomplice. John still looks like a grade school kid. He's even got a kiddie backpack to boot. How could he be an accomplice? There's just no way. Like I said, John's already in middle school, and the backpack is a part of his costume. Langzy says... Oh god. No matter how young the cub, never pity an ungrateful pup. I may have said pup twice, whatever. He may be a little brat, but a villain deserves no mercy. So Mr. Langzy didn't make any allowances for age. Mr. Prosecutor, you're not just defending him because he's a pup, are you? Of course. That was never my intention. I shall present suitable evidence in due course. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. My logic's just getting started. Your flawed logic, you mean? Problem with the locks would be resolved. How would that resolve the problem? I figured you'd ask that, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, it's actually quite simple. Listen up. First, that woman pushes the president off the roof. She pushed him off. Or pushes him off. Then that brat who knew the combination for the lock unlocks the film lock. I see. The combination unlocks the brat. Kay, it's the opposite. That's all it takes. With this, the problem with the lock is solved. Your theory that she couldn't get in because she didn't know the combination no longer flies. Regarding the lock, that certainly is a plausible explanation. Agent Lang, thank you for your clear explanation. Please continue with what you were saying before. If you're gonna give up, you better do it now. Why would I give up? Yes, they then hit the body. Supposing those two were accomplices, why would they have needed to leave the body hanging there for an entire day? Why don't you give it a rest and take a good hard look at reality? Thanks to their trickery, our investigation has been confused up until now. Doesn't that about answer your question? Got it. Those two hit the body. In the video, we cannot see inside the costume. So can you really say for certain that the body was placed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume. There might be some traces left inside. Mr. Powers, may we examine the inside of the costume? Sure, go ahead. Yeah, but it might be kinda stinky since I sweat a lot in there. Oh wow, this is incredibly dirty. That's strange. We always make sure to clean it after using it, so that the sweat doesn't damage the costumes. Isn't this just proof that someone besides you used the costume? I'd say that dirt from the body probably got into the costume. The President's body did fall on top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from. Are you satisfied now? There's dirt inside the costume. The body... Wait, it must have gotten there when the body was hidden inside. Like, he has yellow stain on his clothes, but it's on the front. Plus... I'm just trying to think. That's all I can think. It's like, yes, there's dirt from the body. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's all I could think. So dirt got onto the costume where the body was hidden inside it. Is that really the case? You have a problem with that? There is a fair amount of dirt inside the front of the costume. Yeah, that is a lot of dirt. However... Yeah, that's what I was on about. Because the dirt inside the costume was a lot more than what was on the front of the President. It's only like a little stain, whereas that was a shitload, like quite literally a torso. Covered in dirt. However, I'd like you to focus on the state the body is in. It's lying on top of the dirt, and yet there's no dirt on the front of the body. If the body really was inside the costume, then it's strange that the front of the body isn't stained with more dirt. Well then, how would you explain it? How did the dirt get inside the costume? In the video footage, it's very likely that someone was inside the costume. Just who could it have been? Where have I seen this? What's the matter, Kay? I just feel like I remember seeing something that looked like this dirt somewhere before. But where was it? There were these bits of grey fragments mixed in with the dirt. Grey fragments? There does seem to be something other than normal dirt mixed into it. Something must have gotten stuck to it. And lots of it, I might add. Something got stuck to it. This may merit a closer look. Where did we see dirt that looks like what's stuck on the inside of the costume? The mechanic gloves. To be fair, if you even look at them, it shows it. Yeah. This dirt has some grey bits mixed into it. Huh? And what of it? We found an item belonging to a certain man that was covered in the same type of dirt. That is to say, these gloves. Those dirt stains certainly look the same, but tell me, just what exactly is this grey substance? This grey substance is plastic concrete paint. Probably concrete. This grey substance must be fragments of concrete. You mean the stuff that was scattered around the monster footprints? Exactly. Meanwhile, who do these gloves, which are stained with the same kind of dirt, belong to? Oh, I remember. We found it at Blaze's place. Ooh, pardon me. Earlier today, we went to Blaze's garage. There, we discovered these dirt-stained gloves. Come to think of it, there were also hammers, shovels, and other tools placed inside as well. Why would mechanics' gloves, intended to be used on machines, be covered in dirt? If he broke the concrete with the hammer, and then dug into the soil with the shovel, it's only natural for dirt like that to get onto the gloves. Then, maybe... yeah, the true nature of the monster's footprints has been made clear. It's possible that these footprints were dug up by Blaze the Best himself. It's possible? It's possible, you say? Please do enlighten me. Because I honestly have no clue what on earth, or why on earth would he do something like that? Why did he make the monster footprints? Thinking about it, the answer must be he was digging something up. It's possible he was digging something up. I'm pretty sure, if we actually go on to Patricia Rowland's note, doesn't it tell him? There we are. Warner Duggan's henchman, the thing he laid to rest in front of the flower bed 12 years ago, you simply must retrieve it. Oh no, that's something else. Oh. Okay, never mind. I could have sworn it mentioned, like, digging something up, but seems I'm wrong. It probably went something like this. Last night at this spot, there was something that Blaze needed to dig up. For that reason, he broke the lock on the back door and sneaked into the film lot. Using the hammer and shovel, he set to work. Right, yeah, he's creating the footprints. He made them pretty damn perfectly, though. Yeah, not gonna lie. He placed the items he dug up into his bag before he could fill in the holes. That's when John came to practice. Exactly. Blaze panicked and had no choice but to hide himself in the Mozilla costume nearby. Ah. To think you were to do so much from just a pair of dirt-stained gloves. However, all of this is merely a possibility. There's still no proof that he was the one who was hiding in the costume. For all we know, he might have left the scene once he finished digging. On the contrary, such proof does exist, and can be seen in the video. When this video was recorded, Blaze was definitely inside the film lot. Oh, I think I can see why, or what he's pointing out, next to the costume. What? Though I can't blame Agent Lang for not noticing. Yeah, I think next to the costume. The difference between the current film lot, yeah, there's like a box. And the one in John's video, probably like a toolbox. Along with the state of Blaze's garage. It's all too clear that Blaze was still here. What proves that Blaze was still at the film lot when this video was recorded? I would say this. It's like a toolbox. Ah, alright.